Hey folks, Jonathan here. Wanted to do a little update on the 2017 spring rat rod build. And some of you may or may not know this is what we're going to do. 79 Chevrolet van. This is a short van. And we are going to do the brakes, wider tires, and rims of course. And let me see. The plan is to cut this thing, make it into a pickup truck. We use this body line right here. We're gonna come all the way around. We're gonna cap the top of this off. We'll leave the doors open double like that. And for the top of this, I've got some pieces off of a pickup truck that will cap the top and try to make it look like a bed. It's gonna be tall. Back glass, of course, is gonna be the 59 Ford. Going to be the 59 Ford windshield, and I'm going to throw a little picture up to show what, you know, sort of what that's going to look like. And I don't have Photoshop no more, so it's just a quick picture of something I threw together anyway. But anyway, the van's pretty rusty. We're doing the 5.3 LS swap. And of course, same as last time, we're going to do this in one day. And don't know how many people will be here working on this one, but I think we had about 17 builders last time. And so everybody knows what we do. We do this on a Sunday. We pretty much just leave it open for anybody to come. We feed everybody. We build the vehicle, but what we do is the builders have a choice. They can put $100 a piece in if they'd like, and if they do, it makes them eligible for the giveaway of the vehicle. And then the money we raise, we had 15 people that put the $100 in last time, and we gave all $1,500 of that to BACA, Bikers Against Child Abuse. And last year total we raised $2,500 for them. $1,000 on the first build and $1,500 on the second build, and they come and, you know, help give away the truck or the vehicle, and works out really good. But this is what we're doing this year. Be a lot to do. Cut it down. Got another hood lined up, I believe. And this hood's shot. This fender's got some problems, but I don't think we're going to do anything on it. You know, we're not going to worry too much about that. And the rules of this thing is to actually not touch this van until the day of the build. So nothing will get done to the van at all. Now we will get parts ready, engine ready, and all that. I think I'll do something on the hood. If I get the hood, I've got this. I got these two Ford pieces here. Now this is not a hood. This is just the skin. But I think I'll cut one of these out and maybe just weld it in quick and dirty for a sort of a scoop on the front. But we can do that beforehand because, you know, we're not touching the van as long as we'll swap the hood the day of the build. Of course, we'll get the hood out of the way when we do this LS swap because, you know, a lot of work involved in doing an LS swap. We don't know what kind of clearance issues we're going to run into. It's not terrible bad in there. There's quite a bit of room, but it's a unibody frame, and, you know, it's kind of hard to find any info about that. I seen, I think Roadkill done a red van, put an LS in it, but I haven't watched the videos real good to see what they had to do, so I may end up watching them. We've got a set of Thrush side pipes that was donated from Bill, Sanford Hydraulics. And this is the old school 70s Thrush side pipes. And they've actually got Thrush written on them. And we need to put new pipes in them. But we're going to try to do that before the build and get these ready to be able to hang on it. I think it would look good with them with some wide tires and wheels. And believe it or not, them pipes are really expensive. I think last time I checked on eBay, it was quite a bit of money for an old original set like that. But like I said, Bill donated them, and we're gonna try our darndest to get them on there the day of the build. And let me see. Hopefully, I still haven't lined up any wide rims and tires yet. We're working on that. I'll get all the brake parts. I've got a windshield coming for the 59 Ford for the back glass, windshield and rubber. So we're gonna do that, you know, of course, after we get it in. And we've got some good sheet metal guys, so I you know, I'm not real worried about this build. But you know, not being worried about it could be worse than being worried about it. I'll show you what I got. We've got the engine transmission that was in this. This is original 305. Somebody had put a 6-cylinder in it, an older model 6-cylinder, and that's actually in a friend of mine's rat rod now. And 350 turbo, that's actually in a pickup now. So I did get rid of that stuff, and that offset the cost of the van, so we're good to go there. We've got all our grill parts and everything in here. When we pulled the engine out, we went ahead and kept track of everything real good. That way we could put it back together. And the inside, the van's in really good shape. But you know, outside where it had been sitting, the dash is actually really nice in it. And we do have the engine cover that I hope will fit back on when we're done. And somebody had put aftermarket gauges. We've got the key for it, which makes it nice. And maybe the wiring will be okay and everything. Won't have any problems. Like I said, the van's not in bad shape inside. It's sit under some pine trees, and of course it's got a lot of rust on it. But all right, let me show you what engine we're using now. All right, here's our donor truck for the engine, and this was brought to us by Buck Gardner. He's actually a retired state trooper, but he's got a record service up in Clayton, North Carolina. And as you can see, this thing hit something pretty hard, pole or something. But the other day, James and Dave came out, and they're the fellows that work for Rick Hendrick Chevrolet, technicians. And we went ahead and started this thing up. We wanted to make sure everything was good, and we ended up we had to run it on a sort of a makeshift fuel system because of the fuel pump is actually bad in the tank, which is not a big deal. And runs good, kind of high mileage, 235,000 I think is what's on it, which is, it's, you know, not a problem. It's a pretty clean, dry engine. Didn't hurt anything really, not to speak of. And we just pulled this front back far enough to be able to get in there to it good. But this is the 5.3 LS, and getting ready to take the computer off. PCM send it to as you can see, the fire department cuts the battery terminals on these things a lot, so the battery terminal was cut, so we had to wire it in. But PCM's right here. We're gonna have to pull it off and send it out to have the all the codes taken out. We're gonna have the security codes, the emission codes, and we're just gonna run the upstream O2 sensors. The downstream will be gone. And what we plan to do is, in a couple weeks, we're going to have a work day here, and we're going to pull this engine out. We'll pick up a fuel pump because we're probably going to end up using this gas tank. But we're going to pull this engine out, and we're going to put it on the ground, and we're going to do the wiring and start the engine up. And this is going to be a wiring ourselves. In other words, we're not buying a painless wiring kit or something like that. So maybe you'll get an idea of, you know, what it takes to do this, and you know, wiring wise and stuff. And but we're going to start the engine up on the ground with the full system. That way we've got everything ready. And I've got to pick up a couple of fuse blocks, and one that holds some relays, and get this PCM reprogrammed. And then, like I said, we, you know, fuel pump, and then we'll yank it out and set it down on the concrete and go ahead and do that. And we're gonna, the work day, we're just gonna get a bunch of the builders together, and whoever wants to come, and we'll feed everybody, and we'll cook out again, sort of like we do during the build. But But this is just going to be a pre-thing. Nothing required, but you know, nobody has to come. But anyway, I think this is an 01. I'm pretty sure this was an 01. Yeah, 2001. So it'll work for what we need for sure. And it's two-wheel drive, of course. So we've got our 4L60 transmission. This van ought to really move along with this stuff. And I've got a little bit of video of this thing running. I'll post on here if I can find it. But anyway, I wanted to update everybody on where we're at with this and what we've got going on, what we're doing. And like I said, it's probably going to be about 2 weeks before we do the build or the work day where we just get everything ready. And with me driving, being the only driver right now, you know, it's cutting my time back real bad, so I'm not able to do as much as normal. So I'm hustling to try to get everything done and ready and putting in some long hours. So I want to make sure we, you know, we get everything going. We want to be able to raise some money again for Baca and to help the kids out. And if anybody hasn't watched the other Rat Rod, One Day Rat Rod videos, watch them. And you know, we call it a rat rod. You can call it what you want, hot rod, whatever. To me, a rat rod is building something with whatever parts you have. So call it a rat rod, call it a hot rod, street rod, whatever you want to call it, don't matter. It is what it is, a hoopty. But anyway, appreciate everybody watching, and I'll keep you updated. Bye. Running. Holy, that didn't help anything. The exhaust was full of dirt. It bloated out. Nah, it don't matter. No, it's good.
Well, it runs, Jonathan.
It's a good thing.